Weed drives me crazy. The way I treat her, you would think it was my baby.
Is that a song?
No, I just made that up just now. I'm probably just gonna make all of these up. Yo, what up? It's your boy Wiz Khalifa, man, and I'm gonna be playing a game of song association with ELLE. They're gonna give me a word, and I'll have 10 seconds to sing or rap that word. So let's see what we got going on. If you're asking me how well I think I'm gonna do, I'm gonna say amazing. I haven't seen any other episodes of this before, but I don't need to see any episodes. I know what I'm doing. But before we get into the game, make sure you guys check out my new single, B.A.B, with the video, and my new album, Multiverse, coming soon. Love. When I roll a joint, it be tighter than a glove. Come to my house and find a lot of things I love.
Is that a song?
No, I just made that up just now. I'm probably just gonna make all of these up. Baby, weed drives me crazy. Something like a bad lady. The way I treat her, you would think it was my baby. The song that made me fall in love with music was probably Bone Thugs and Harmony, Crossroads. I had heard a lot of different types of music before then, just being in the house with my parents. Boom, 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 boom. Tell me what you gonna do when it ain't no man. I was like, holy. And I thought it was a gospel song because it just sounded so beautiful and so like heavenly. The way their voices blended together, they were rapping fast. And I couldn't tell exactly what they were saying, but I knew I liked it. I think I grew my hair out after that. I wanted to be in Bone Thugs and Harmony really bad. And just rapping fast and kind of being melodic. And Crossroads really changed my opinion on music. Bad. We got some badass. I need them. I want some bad. There's multiple meanings behind B.A.B. The original meaning is badass, but it could be beautiful ass babes, it could be big ass business, been about billions, whatever your B.A.B. is, I'm all about it. The inspiration for the song was really the beat. The sample came across really crazy. Bankroll and Hitmaker put that together, and when we heard it in the studio, it was like an instant thing where we all went crazy and just imagined it in the club and imagined all the B.A.Bs going crazy to it. Party. Party all day, party all night. Say you wanna party, let's party all right. That's where my song, Staying Out All Night. My dream collaboration would have to be Jay-Z. I've always been a Jay-Z fan. I've always been a fan of like his charisma and like just his presence. I watched a lot of his shows and just listening to how he records in the studio and stuff like that. That was a lot of my early inspiration coming up. You know, not to like emulate him or be like him, but just to be like that top tier type of artist. And the way he, you know, crossed over into business and is able to help a lot of people along the way. I really admire Jay-Z as an artist and as a person. It would be dope to get into the studio and just make a banger with him or a couple bangers. I think my favorite song ever is probably Hard Knock Life, just because how I heard that. It was similar to how I heard Crossroads. I was at a party at like a youth center or something like that. It was when Hard Knock Life first came out, and they played the song, and I was like, what the f is that? It just sounded so crazy, like the beat being like slow and just that, the way it was hitting with that Annie sample. And then the high pitch Annie came on. Like I never heard nothing like that in my life before. So that's when I really became a hardcore Jay-Z fan. It's the hard knock life for us. No, I'll do Jay-Z's part. From standing on the corner. Oh, I don't even remember his part. Damn. Oh, I'm trying to think of one of my songs with damn in it. I mean, my name is Cam. I really don't give a damn. Stop coming in and out of the house. It's making noise. Woman. Oh. See, there y'all go, coming in and out of the house. Close the door, in and out of the house, they keep coming. Need to stay outside unless it's another woman. Yellow. Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow. The song Black and Yellow came together. I was in the studio working on my album, Rolling Papers, and I needed a single. I needed something that was gonna be catchy, and it was my first time kind of reaching out and, you know, doing something on this level. You know, I went in the studio and I wrote the hook immediately. I made the verses probably in like 15 minutes, and it was just something that everybody organically agreed on that it was gonna change all of our lives. Problems. If something's going down, I know how to solve them. Roll up a big ass joint and that'll handle all your problems. Yeah, yep. Dance. I'm just gonna dance. You guys can expect from my new album a lot of different sounds and pockets that I'm experimenting with. Nothing that I haven't done before, but just diving into a really musical sound. And it's a conceptual album that people are gonna learn more about me from. Of course, you're gonna get to jam, but you're gonna hear a lot of the influence of my life and the weed and the things that happen to me and how it creates my world. And that's what the multiverse is how I exist in my own world. And hopefully you can find yourself in your world through this music as well. I feel like Multiverse is my best work because it's my most personal album. It's my most vulnerable album, and it shows a lot of growth of me as an artist. A lot of my favorite projects, they represented where I was at in my life and what my view on things were. With Multiverse, it's very clear what my view is and how I intend to express it. So I'm really happy that I was able to make something so hearty and so rich that people are gonna be able to experience. Wild, young, wild, and free. So what, we get drunk, so what, we smoke weed. When we did Young, Wild, and Free, I had just moved out to LA and I was kicking it with Snoop, and we literally recorded that song in his closet in his apartment. Thing in my head was I was either gonna get an apartment or I was gonna be homeless. And I was getting close to being homeless, but there was a couple nights where Snoop had left the studio earlier than I did. So I was able to crash out on the couch and wake up like nothing happened. I got the apartment though, so. When me and Snoop are together, it's always fun. It's always laughs. It's always a gang of smoke. One of our craziest weed experiences was probably when we went on tour, the high road. Every day, he would come in and he would smoke the amount of weed that I would smoke at that time. I mean, he's taking dabs, he's smoking the bong, he's hitting wax, he's doing everything, and that was rare for him. High. I gotta stay high. Tears. Years? Nah. Cheers. Oh yeah. Used to cry a lot of tears. Now it's champagne when we cheers. Family. How can we not talk about family when family's all that we got? That's a classic bar from See You Again. And I love family. I'm all about family. Pictures of my son everywhere. My son's always with me. And the more you're with your family, the better off you're gonna be. The song for me represents moving forward, healing, reflecting, and just my own iconic moment, in history and in music. We were doing the tribute, but we didn't know how big the song was gonna be. And, it became a hit. Girl. The Kush takes me out of this world. She's like my favorite girl. Yeah. I like that. It's very poetic. Want. It's a hard one to rhyme with. I'ma smoke weed. I'ma smoke skunk. I'ma smoke J's whenever I want. Ooh, that was hard. I think I did amazing. I think I deserve at least an A-, but you do whatever you want to do. It's your boy Wiz Khalifa, man, and that's my version of Song Association. Now make sure y'all get my album, B.A.B. See ya.